One second. Or just on that side, but I don't. Damn. Let's do hood. Gotta do AMD. What is that? Two. Yeah, Zeta. Let's put Zeta in there. I'll put that in. I usually do it in this one. All right, but what's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, appreciate you tuning in. We cover all things business, investing, and sneakers. If you're returning to the channel, appreciate you tuning back in. You already know what's up. We back with another video. Consistency, man. Consistency, man. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So today, what we getting into is first we're gonna light the little candles, set the vibes. You know, hoping I can inspire somebody today. I can somebody can learn some from what I'm be covering. Add some entertainment too, some value to y'all. Appreciate everybody that been tapping in from Blossom community. Been getting a lot of good traction from that. Appreciate everybody that been leaving comments and giving y'all feedback too. You know, it means a lot. So yeah, leave some comments, bro. Let me know what y'all thinking about. I like talking to people, conversing with y'all, and I'll learn because I can learn from y'all too. So definitely put me on some good game in the comments too. But to get started, what we are going to do is, of course, get into the money first. We're going to go ahead and get into the Robinhood portfolio update, but we're going to see what the fear and greed index is, though. So currently, we're in extreme greed right now. And that's high. I don't even know the last time we was in extreme greed. Yeah, extreme greed. So my strategy right now is I'm not adding as heavy as I was, you know, a couple months ago when the whole tariff thing first started. And hold up. Yeah, so I'm not adding as heavy as I was back when the whole tariff drama was in its prime. You know, we got a little dip the other day, but I still added to a new position that I'm gonna show y'all today. But right now, you know, a little regular dollar cost average every week, and you know, put in chunks of money in if I see a good dip or undervalued play. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm not going as crazy as I was a couple months ago because, like I said, the fear, we're at extreme greed right now. So I don't want to buy one. I mean, I think we still going higher, in my opinion. I think we still going higher, but I'm not about to be adding crazy right now. I got a good amount invested, so I'm just gonna let that ride out. You know what I mean? Now the VIX currently is at 1640. Okay, so it's down 14%. So yeah, definitely is going lower a little bit. That's on the 6 month though. The week is up. That was the day. And week is down 7%. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and get into the Robinhood portfolio. Of course, on the day we were down, so that was on Friday, we were down. Yeah, a lot of stuff bled on Friday. On the week, we up about 4.3% though. That's pretty good, $122. On a month, we still up 13%, up $357. Let's see. 3 months, we up 44%. That's great. That's amazing. So we still doing good. We're still year to date up 22%, year over year 21%, all the time up 32%, 32% return. That's pretty solid. Let's see. I haven't been doing any major buys, same as last week. Just DCAing right now. Nvidia did hit a new all-time high. Where's the video at? What's the 52-week high? Yeah, $167.89. So that's a long time coming. That's a long time coming. Because y'all been following the channel, I watched my other video. How I found my biggest stock position to date is Nvidia, and like seeing where it came from, because I was investing in Nvidia pre-split, like when it was around $100, $200, $300 around there, and I was still in college. So when I did a research paper, I had this finance class, and I did a research paper on it, and and then ChatGPT came out, and I was like, what's powering this thing? And Nvidia chips, and I was like, I'm gonna put some money in this. It was a little something every week. It was not crazy, but to see how that grew and where it's at now, and that was like the end of 2023. So it's been like a year and a half. It feels longer than that for some reason. It feels longer than that. But nah, all-time highs on Nvidia is OC. I did take some profits on this in the private portfolio though. I sold like 2 shares. I might sell one more if we get another dip on this other company. Meta still doing good. Still, I need to add more Meta, and honestly, I'm trying to add more Meta, but there's so many other opportunities right now. But Meta still solid. I might add some today actually, because how much do I have on? Yeah, I'm actually about to add some more Meta. To be honest. I'm gonna put $20. I'm gonna put $20 in Meta because I do want to buy more of that. Cue that, and then I'll probably put some more in another one. But Meta, yeah, Zuck been Mark. He's been poaching a lot of talent. He has been poaching a lot of talent, man. He moving crazy right now. He is moving crazy. Yeah, Mark is moving crazy right now. Like he's taking talent from Apple. He's taking talent from OpenAI. He's paying them 100M. Actually, I need to react to that today. 100M packages. That's crazy. 100Ms. He's that boy building an all-star team. He building an all-star team, bro. Actually, I'm gonna pull that up. He's building an all-star team. Hold on. He's building an all-star team. Hold on. He has been going crazy. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick. So I put in what talent has Mark Zuck of Facebook been hiring? He has Ramoing Pang from Apple Foundation Models team, researchers from OpenAI, talent from DeepMind and Anthropic, Jack Ray, Joel Pobar. Leadership Zuck has also brought in executives with proven track records, Alexander Wang, former CEO of Scale AI, former CEO of GitHub, founder of Safe Superintelligence. $100 million pay packages. What in the world is going on? What is he cooking up? What is he cooking up? That's the real question you got to ask. Like, what is he cooking up? Some early engineers are earning $1 million a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, they aggressive. Meta is aggressive. Poaching researchers, you know what I mean? He sees the AI. He sees the vision of AI, how big this is going to be. That's the number one thing you need to look for. If a CEO company is investing a lot in a certain industry, you gotta take your eye at it and see, because these companies don't invest for results right now. They're investing for the next 5, 10 couple years. Now, it's been proven that AI has been able to make quick changes with companies. Like, they've been able to decrease expenses and grow revenue through AI. So it's proven to work. So we've been seeing that, but only think about like 10 years from now, like that's gonna be OZ. Yeah, he's going crazy. But that's why I want to add more Meta. It's just, furthering the thesis, founder led, and he's not playing no games when it comes to taking his opportunity. That's what I like. A lot of people slow, like with Apple, they slow right now. Like, they have not been innovating that much. You know what I mean? Celsius is still a hold. Ain't too much updates on that. Celsius is still a hold. AMD, I do want to put a little more in AMD, but I'm prioritizing some other companies right now. Let me know in the chat what stocks y'all investing in. Let me know what stocks y'all investing in the chat for me. Are y'all holding some of these same stocks that I'm showing y'all right now, or what y'all bullish on right now? But yeah, AMD has been doing great, tremendous returns on this, 23%, and we just getting started. That's why I'm probably going to add some more. All-time highs are 152, week highs 186, but AMD got to 2 something, like 220, 200. Yeah, it got to like 200, 210. So I mean, we got a lot of room to go, in my opinion. And with MI 350, they've been getting a lot of upgrades lately. A couple people gave them some crazy upgrades, which had it surging this past week. Yeah, it's up 5, almost 6% this week, 20% on the month. AMD been going crazy. AMD has been going crazy for sure. They got an upgrade from somebody. Let me see. Let me move this over. Yeah, here we go. So this week, HSBC upgraded AMD's rating from a hold to a buy, doubling its price target from $100 to $200, 100% increase. The upgrade follows robust performance from AMD's new Instinct MI350 AI chip, which analysts say rivals NVIDIA's Blackwell GPU, justify higher pricing, around $25,000 per unit. So they're able to, AMD is going to be able to come in under, NVIDIA's pricing on their GPUs, and probably still get a little more on the top than what they already selling it for. You feel me? So, and it surged for 4.2%. Forecast 15.1 billion in AI GPU revenue for 2026, 50% above consensus. So, they saying the chips deliver competitive performance and it's a little more affordable. These companies don't want to just rely on NVIDIA. They want, another competitor that's just as good, you know what I mean? Or not as good, but it gets the job done efficiently. They going with it. You feel me? If it gets the job done, they going with it. So price target of 200, and it's currently at 144. That's why I do want to add more AMD. I do want to add more AMD. So yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and add that. Yes, I'm gonna put 10 in AMD. So I just put $10 in AMD. Even I still got a recurring investment going in too, but I queued $10 for tomorrow to go ahead and buy some more AMD because I like what I'm seeing. SoFi going crazy. SoFi has been going crazy, man. Up 36%. I was down, and this was 22% of the portfolio. So I was down a little minute on SoFi from the April dip. I was down for a minute, but they have been doing their thing lately. Anthony Noto, I saw he just did this interview. I don't think I saw some clips of it, but I didn't fully watch it. But on the week, it's up 15% on the week. 50% on the week. On a month, it's up 43%. Going crazy. Year over year, 210. Great performing. And people would sleep. I'm not myself too. They wasn't really innovative. I actually sold some SoFi in the personal portfolio and added it to Robinhood. But Robinhood been going crazy too. But I'm bullish on the overall fintech space. And something I noticed and what I like to do too. I honestly personally like to invest in two kind of like SoFi and Robinhood not really competitors, but I like to hold two businesses in the same industry sometimes. So like with what am I trying to get off? Oh yeah. So like with the fintech space, I hold Robinhood and I hold SoFi. So I hold both of those. And what else? What's another example? The semiconductor space, I hold Nvidia and I hold AMD. I hold two. If I'm overall bullish on that whole industry, I'll probably buy two companies. Kind of even it out a little bit. That's kind of, I guess you could say that's kind of my strategy as well too when it comes to investing. I like holding both things. And certain industries that I'm super bullish on, fintech and semiconductor, and overall AI, I'm bullish on. So yeah, SoFi is going great, man. SoFi is going great. Happy with this. And yeah, actually, let me see what's let's see. We can just go ahead and So they got SoFi introduced private market investment funds that allow access to high profile startups like OpenAI and SpaceX. That's pretty good. That's dope. That's what Robinhood doing too. So what I mean, keep them on their toes. Shares rallied 37% post announcement, reaching a high level since November 2021. Wow. Yeah. And they got an upgrade with the earnings to the $20 price target. Dang. Earnings is to July 29th. So earnings season is here too. So we're gonna see how a lot of these plays are doing. How these companies are doing and reacting to. We'll have more data on if the tariffs are really making an impact or these Mag 7 companies just blowing right through it. So that's the important ones. Yeah. W for SoFi, W for SoFi, W SoFi, W SoFi. W SoFi. All right. Hims I think I'm still up. But yeah, had a major drop. Hims has been going through some things. If y'all watched my last live stream, we kind of covered this. My last stock video, we covered this. But yeah, past month that 70%, it's been getting hit, but it hasn't went below 40 if I'm not mistaken. It hasn't went below 40 from this drop. It's been consolidating around here. So, and they just yeah, expanding their weight loss program to Canada. They has plans. Hold on, my computer being slow. Let me remove some of this stuff. We can delete this. One second, I gotta close some tabs. I got too many tabs open. Laptop start getting a little slow. I got too many tabs open. That's what the inside of my brain look like. I got too many tabs open. Think about a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, there we go. But telehealth platform Hims, they announced plans to launch its affordable weight loss program in Canada in 2026, marking its first entry into the country. The move coincides with the anticipated global launch of generic semaglutide, a lower cost alternative to Novo Nordisk. This is the company that they just split the partnership up with. In my last video, stock portfolio update, we covered this weight loss drug. So that's in the stock going down like 30%, went crazy. But the CEO called Canada a major opportunity. About 2/3 of Canadian adults are overweight or obese and often face high cost and limited access to effective treatments. So yeah, this is a great move. And it comes after the recent acquisition of Zava, a digital health platform in Europe with a presence in Ireland, France, and Germany. So they're executing. That's why I like these small cap founder-led companies, because they keep it going. They hungry. They hungry for it. You feel me? They hungry for it. That's what's up. Appreciate the comment. But yeah, man. So that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how what Hims do. I'm still invested in it, bro. I ain't sold nothing yet. I ain't sold no Hims yet. Next we have Zeta. So now this is gonna get into how long am I in? Let's see. I am 23 minutes in. All right, bet. I'm trying to stay under an hour. Stay under an hour. So let's go ahead and get into my new position I opened. You know, so we're gonna go ahead and share. We're gonna go ahead and share this. Oh, that's the stage. Okay. So this is a new position that I started in my portfolio. It's called Zeta Global. Zeta Global. Shout out my man's Nick. Shared this company with me, and like literally the day after he showed it to me, it went soaring. Like, where was it at? Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was like in the past month. Yeah, right here. You know, he told me literally like the day before we did this interview, and then the next day it's go crazy. I'm like, dang, already? That's another thing I've been learning too, is like the stock market moves pretty fast now than how it used to. Like things happen pretty quick now. It's like, I appreciate you, brother. Jose said, I'm only invested in a few things since I invested in VOO, FIAs, and etc. I have $100 every paycheck every 2 weeks and invest some of the stock in it. That's great. That is great. Consistency is what really wins. Is what wins, man. So yeah, 100 every paycheck every 2 weeks and invest in some stock. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a lot. It don't take a lot. Start with what you can. Put money in every week, every 2 weeks, every time you get paid. I'm telling you, over time, it's going to compound, bruh. Appreciate you. That's a bet. That's a bet. Yeah, over time, it's going to compound. When I first started, I was doing like $10 Monday and Friday every week. So that was what, $20 for like $80 a month, $100 a month. That's all I was doing. You know what I mean? But once the market gets going, you're going to start seeing it grow, and then you're like, okay, you're going to get more comfortable investing more money, things like that. That's exactly how I started, you know. Appreciate you, fam. He said exorbitant info, though. Keep it going. I'm going to listen. All right, appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Let me bring this back up. But yeah, this is a new company. So sorry, my man's Nick. He put me on. Zeta Global operates as a marketing technology software company, which engages in the provision of enterprises with consumer intelligence and marketing automation software. So off the bat, after telling me about this, and I kind of get the bug going and seeing what he's seeing. I did my research, you know, over the past couple weeks. I listened to the Q1 earnings call probably about twice. The CEO, I think it's Steinberg, I believe. Yeah, David Steinberg. Cool. He's cool personality. That's the one. The CEO, cool personality. I don't believe he's the founder, but I think he's a new CEO now. But he's a cool guy. He seemed like a cool guy. Yeah, Zeta. Okay, let me see. Zeta is led by co-founder David Steinberg. He is a serial entrepreneur with a track record of scaling tech businesses. John Scully, former Apple CEO, co-founded Zeta, and recently transitioned to vice chairman of another company, Emeritus. So yeah, the former CEO of Apple founded this company, which one is dope. I like that. You know. So that was first what got me intrigued with this company. 2, marketing. You know, I did major in marketing. I had my bachelor's degree and business administration was a focus in marketing and entrepreneurship. So I know marketing a little something. I do sales and marketing. That's kind of my area, not the crazy marketing, more so business development. But I like what I was seeing with marketing. You know, it's big. It's a big industry. Companies need to market. Businesses need to market. You're always going to need that. Now, in hindsight, when a recession hits or something, you know, that's probably one of the first couple of things that budget gets shrunk. But if you're a company like Zeta, they're actually improving revenue for their clients. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it some more. I'm going to probably take the next 10 minutes to go over Zeta. You know, if you got a short attention span, then this ain't for you. You know what I mean? But if you're really trying to soak some game up or just see my thought process, by all means, join for the ride. But in my opinion, it takes time to really explain and get an idea out. Like, that's why I like YouTube. With the shorts and the short form content, the TikTok and stuff, it's cool, but you get in like 10 seconds worth of information. YouTube is more long form. You can get your ideas out. You can elaborate on them a little more. So that's why I do really YouTube. I might cut the videos up and do reels and stuff like that. But, you know, I like sitting through 30-minute, hour live streams and soaking up game. You know, of course, you can skip through what you want to see because I do the same thing. So it ain't nothing crazy. But let me go ahead and share. First, let's go through the website. Let's just go through their website. Zeta marketing platform, create individualized experiences and drive outcomes through the customer cycle. The Zeta marketing platform, ZMP, what they call it, has the tools to grow your customers and your business in one integrated system. I ain't watching. You don't see. Watch a little video.
Experience.
Oh, am I sharing this? I don't think I'm sharing this. My fault. I'm not even sharing this. Though. All right, there we go.
Customers engaging with their favorite brands expect a relevant and consistent experience over time and across channels. As marketers, delivering that connected experience requires a unified platform, one that recognizes customers and prospects, curates the most compelling message, and delivers on the customer's preferred channel. This must be done not only within constraints of time, budget, and team resources, but at a scale that supports growth, all of which requires the superhuman capabilities of artificial intelligence for automation and optimization to improve your bottom line. Introducing the Zeta Marketing Platform, designed to organize and augment your data sources, empowering marketers to conversationally uncover insights, discover untapped opportunities that drive real outcomes, and build and execute omni-channel campaigns that target your most valuable customers and prospects. The Zeta Marketing Platform powers integrated cross-channel marketing experiences, eliminating data breakage and latency from disconnected sources and systems while directly monitoring progress to optimize results. The UI is designed around your workflow, checking off each step of the process.
I like this. I like this. I'm big on UI design.
As you move down the
platform, SaaS company. These things ring. I like these. This is what I like. This is what I like investing in a SaaS company, software as a service. That's what I mean.
Powered by AI, the Zeta Marketing Platform individualizes messaging with intelligent recommendations and creative outputs that take your campaigns to the next level. But it's not just about what the Zeta Marketing Platform does. Our platform extends to wrap around your existing technologies, connecting the customer experience across more locations while better leveraging your technology investments. The Zeta Marketing Platform elevates measurement and reporting, leaning on the strength and scale of Zeta's identity resolution to provide unparalleled incrementality and transparency. We deliver CDP, ESP, and DSP, all in a single integrated platform. Because at the end of the day, ROI is what's most important. And that's what Zeta is all about.
Yeah, nah, that's dope. So that gave y'all a little overview of that. So yeah, some of the main things that I'm really bullish on with Zeta. Let me put this back up here. Let me start sharing real quick. Cause this thing be time out sometimes. I don't know why, but it times out. Hopefully the audio went through, because sometimes it doesn't keep the audio in there. But okay, let me see. What is it? Do you invest mostly in your retirement accounts, or do you have an account you use for active trades during the week? Most of my money is in individual traditional brokerage account. That's where most of my money is at currently. My thought process on that is I'm 25 right now, and I'm 25 right now. I'm not waiting to 65, 60 to touch my money. I'm sorry. By all means, I want to have a beefy retirement plan. By all means, I need M's, but I'm not waiting 59 and a half to live life and pull that money out and start enjoying life and buying stuff I really want. I'm trying to do that tomorrow if I can, next year, depending how much I'm grinding, I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to get to it. So I'm trying to live that lifestyle as fast as I want to. But yeah, mainly like the traditional. Even with the retirement accounts, like I got a 401k and then Roth IRA as well. Now my Roth was a lot of ETFs, but I kind of did more individual stocks now because I got more confidence in myself. Do more research, and I think I can get a higher return than the S&P 500. I can beat that. I can beat the S&P 500. I'm confident in my ability to beat the S&P 500. So yeah, I'm not waiting until I'm 65 to touch my money. By all means I want to have it, but I'm trying to, early retirement, like you said. Yeah. Retire early, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like the people of yesteryear, and then they end up, RIP because they worked their whole life and then they didn't even get to enjoy it. Nah, I learn from other people's mistakes. That's another thing that's got me far. I learn from my own mistakes, but I try to learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. It will take you very far. You don't got to go through a lot of stuff, bro. So much information on the internet. But yeah, appreciate the comment though. So with Zeta, what was I at? Yeah. So to go ahead and wrap this up regarding this segment, my bear case on Zeta is that it's not yet profitable and stock-based compensation. So stock-based compensation for like the employees and stuff, that has been pretty high. But I've listened to the earnings call, things like that. The CEO said they are drastically reducing it. Another thing is a short seller report. November 2024, corporate research alleged round-tripping revenue and improper data collection. Through Zeta responded swiftly with rebuttals and a forensic accounting review. The reputational damage lingers, but they audited themselves and everything was squeaky clean, bruh. So like that was inaccurate. After doing my research, that was inaccurate. They didn't do their due diligence. So that's why it made the price go down. That's why it's down, year over year. That's why it's down year over year, 20%. And over the 5 years, it does up. But year to date is down too. It was at 25 and went down after the report. But something I've been learning this past year, though, is that's really some of the best times you want to buy a company is when the revenue, the fundamentals are increasing and the stock price is decreasing. There's a clear imbalance in the stock price and the company's revenue and performance. That's what I've been learning. That's when you want to buy a stock. Patience. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. Got to be patient. And I think this is a very good undervalued play right now. Now, another one is customer spending, high volatility, things like that. But they've been raising guidance. They've been beating it for. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Where is that? Zeta Q1. So just to give a quick bluff bottom line up front real quick. So strong start to the year. This is the Q1 25 results. 15 straight beat in rise quarter. Don't have to do too much talking. Q1 revenue growth of 36%, 26% excluding, I don't even know what that is. Oh, so is this like a another key? I gotta just look more into that. But okay, bet. Q1 adjusted EBITDA growth of 50% and margin expansion of 200 basis point BPS. broad-based industry revenue contribution, 6 out of 10, growing, continuing to be responsive to investor feedback. So that's another thing I like. They're in tune with the investor feedback, the retail community, things of that sort. The CEO also does a lot of interviews too. From a lot. Yeah, he has a good amount of interviews. Some CEOs don't even have no interviews. So I like CEOs that are vocal and listen to their stock investors, but some don't. Uh-oh. Hold on. Stage. Okay. So yeah, continue to be responsive to investor feedback, guiding for stock-based compensation expense to be 190 million in 2025, improvement from 195 million in 2024. So they're reducing it. Share count dilution expected to be 4% to 6% in 2025 and 3% to 4% in 2026. A significant improvement in overall dilution. That's been like a bear thesis I've been seeing in the community, but they've been very vocal on reducing a lot of this stuff. Repurchased 1.6 million shares or 25 million in Q1 and 1.8 million shares or 21 million between April 1st and April 2025. Company only buys his own stock for a reason. So they clearly on the earnings call too, the CEO said he sees his company as severely undervalued. The stock price would be severely undervalued right now. Thoughtfully conservative guide. And they go to move on. Raising 2Q and full-year guidance. While our momentum supports a larger raise, we're taking a disciplined and conservative approach in light of the ongoing macro uncertainty of the tariffs. Increasing Q2 revenue guidance to 2 million to 297 million, up 30% year over year, and full-year revenue guidance to 2 million to 1.2 million, up 23% year over year. So that's pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm liking what I see. Like I said, 16 consecutive quarters. You're good. RPU growth as well. Okay. Yeah, they've been scaling their customer count. Good. And these are the amount of people they have greater than 1 million. Okay. The longer our customer stays with us, the bigger they become. So it's like they're adding value to their clients. That's what I love to see with companies. They're adding value and they're actually getting something out of it, and they're reducing their come on, man. Here we go. They're well diversified around a range of verticals. This is another thing I like too. They're not just in one industry. They do consumer and retail. Just in one industry, they do consumer. All right, but consumer retail, they do insurance, telecom, financial services, all these things. So they're in different industries, they're diversified. So that's great. The top 5 fast growing verticals: automotive, consumer, retail, insurance, political, candidate, and advocacy, and technology and media. They serve 44% of the Fortune 100 companies. Don't want to say too much. Our experience with working with category leaders, we can go. I'm running out of time. But yeah, revenue has been increasing, compounding your growth rates. They have a 2028 plan, which is going to be good. Now, there's one thing I wanted to I don't know if they're going to show it here. I don't know if we can see it, but essentially their moat is so I'm just go ahead and finish off with my bullish case for Zeta. 1, sustained growth, 36% revenue jump in Q1. Actually, let me share this tab. So my bull case for Zeta: sustained growth, 36% revenue jump in Q1, and the Zeta 2028 plan targeting 20%. Clear momentum, valuation, enterprise value to sales
is pretty lower right now than the industry. And technology moat, the ZMP platform that we went over, which is fueled by unique identity graph and cutting edge AI tools. So they have over 250 million profiles of their own data that they're using to get this insight from. Huge moat, huge moat. Make you think of Palantir. So data and AI, that's what the name of the game is. That's what the name of the game is. So definitely, like I said, added to this position. Probably gonna add some more because it did dip a decent amount, but that's what we're gonna do. You feel me? Let me see what he said. He said, do you recommend any platform for latest news on stock updates and trader insider news? Me personally, X. I just started getting back into X this year. I was on X probably like early. I've been on X since like 2011, 2012, I think. Early to 20 teens. And it kind of died out for me because it just wasn't, the algorithm, it just wasn't like that. As Elon took over, I kind of been back more into it. But yeah, X is where I get a lot of news from, YouTube, and just looking up articles. I watch, CNBC. They're big on stocks and investing. So CNBC has a lot of good news outlet. I think Fox has some solid ones too, but lately it's been X. A lot of X got a lot of good community niches, and just searching around. I am invested in crypto too. I do have some Bitcoin, I have some Ethereum. And what's the name? I can show some of that. And crypto been going crazy. So I do have some Bitcoin, Ethereum that I'm holding. So just for proof. Because I try to keep it authentic on our channel because people be capping. People be cap on YouTube. Cap. So I try to be transparent with my supporters, my followers, and things like that. But yeah, I invested crypto, bullish on crypto. I'm actually trying to add more Bitcoin, more Ethereum. I'm really bullish on Ethereum too. I might make that a video too. My thought process on that and my thoughts on Ethereum being like the foundation for stable coin, if I'm not mistaken. Don't fry me if I'm wrong, but I think I heard that I heard a lot recently. But yeah, I'm bullish on crypto for sure. Bitcoin has hit all-time highs. Like, what more do you need to see? 119, it's going crazy right now too. While I'm on this live, what more do you need to see? But all right, bet. So that concludes that segment of Zeta and the stock updates. Now what we're going to get into is some reaction videos. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to reshare again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem away. Appreciate you tuning in. So now we're gonna do is get into some reaction videos. First one is, well, let me just go ahead. What's up with y'all? Welcome back to JRuss TV. We cover all things business, investing, and sneakers. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. You're gonna love it over here. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you tuning back in. We're about to get into the next segment. Reaction video of early experts warn of risk. Experts warn of risk as early 401k cash outs climb. I don't know why people are doing this. Rule number one, Justin, do not cash out your
In tonight's Dollars and Cents, an alarming new trend. More Americans are tapping into their 401ks for emergencies. A new report finds some Americans are treating these retirement plans more like a rainy day fund. A Sacramento-based financial coach I talked with warns this could cause more harm than good. Is it generally frowned upon to withdraw early from your 401k?
Generally speaking, it is. A recent report by the Wall Street Journal finds a record number of 401k holders took early withdrawals last year, with
I understand like times get hard, but there's so many fees and penalties you take from early withdrawal. Like my mindset has always been if I if I if I put the money in my investments, I try not to touch it, especially
more
retirement.
than a third citing foreclosure or eviction as the reason for tapping into those funds.
I think we're seeing it mainly because we're still dealing with the effects of inflation over the past several years. And now the current economic environment also includes a lot of uncertainty.
Whatever your reason, financial advisor and coach Maureen Bailey recommends crunching the numbers first and looking at the math very closely.
Make sure that the cash that you eventually get after the penalties and taxes are going to be what you actually need.
Bailey says withdrawing 401k funds early means withdrawing before the age of 59 and a half, which is the minimum age to withdraw to avoid paying penalties and additional tax liabilities. Keep in mind, penalties can be as much as 20%.
Some people might be needing fast cash now that they don't want to go out and get a loan for. Maybe they don't qualify for a loan to get that cash, but they do have it in their 401k. But it's always important to remember it comes with penalties.
Know your numbers and have a plan for how you'll use that cash. Paley says withdrawing from your 401k might make financial sense if you're using that money to pay down high interest debt you're struggling to pay off.
Consider it very carefully. And also come up with a plan to get back into investments in another way, maybe in a separate account in a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, where you can get back into that opportunity of building those investments over time.
Paley says when you take money out early from your 401k, you're potentially giving up opportunities to build future capital with your investments, meaning that money you took out is no longer growing in your 401k.
If you're somebody who has plenty of time to make it up, this might be a reasonable option for you.
But if you're older or closer to retirement age, Paley suggests you calculate the dollar amount you need monthly and yearly when you retire.
And understand if
inflation is go back to my video on, I made a video on the middle class is shrinking. The middle class is going away. You're either broke or rich. Go back to that video, watch that on my page. But I clearly speak on this. Inflation is increasing. You need to increase your income, bro. You got to increase your income. You need a high income. The way things are getting more expensive and these different presidents that keep coming in and adding more debt and doing this and doing that, we live in a capitalistic society. People need to understand that. So you got to get the bag. You gotta, invest in assets that's going to continue to appreciate over the decades. Good assets. That's what this channel is about. Invest in yourself. My bad, I'm a little thirsty. But investing in yourself, so you can live the lifestyle you want. But early withdrawing from your 401k early isn't going to do it, And I sad when I see people do this.
If I make this withdrawal now, how many more years do I have to keep working and contributing to still get to that same dollar amount?
Haley also suggests thinking about other ways to come up with the cash. Do you qualify for a loan at a reasonable interest rate? Can you pick up some extra work temporarily and put your energy into getting that extra cash that you're looking for instead of withdrawing early from your 401k? Remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Stream all of my dollars and cents stories right now on the ABC 10 Plus TV.
Yeah, man. Please do not withdraw from you all's 401k. Please do not do this. Shout out to ABC 10 for covering this, but do not withdraw from your 401k. It's a big mistake. Your older self is going. I mean, I hear people say like for real estate and things of that nature, but in my opinion, leave it alone. Let compound do what it's going to do. Do the math and see if it makes sense. If it makes sense, then cool. If not, I wouldn't suggest it. Okay.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due.
This morning.
Hey, man, these youngins going crazy out here. Let me reshare, because you know how that goes.
Of several teenagers who investigators say are responsible for breaking into cars and leaving a. This morning, the
Crazy fool. What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, we cover everything business, investing, and sneakers. If you return to my channel, appreciate you for tuning back in. Just want to do this reaction video I saw in my TL, but teens breaking into 121 cars in Maryland. I'm from the DMV area, bruh, and that's ridiculous. Come on. The past 2 years have been crazy, bro. The past 2 years have been crazy in the DMV area. DC, I think Rod Wade came and they went crazy, bro. But like, this needs to stop. They broke into my car like the day of graduation when I graduated college, and it's a real issue. But let's see what these news people just said about this recent report.
Laurel Police Department announced a major break-in case that we told you about several weeks ago. It involves several teenagers who investigators say are responsible for breaking into cars and leaving a lot of them like that, busted out windows, garbage bags covering them, glass all over the roadways. News 4's Joseph Olmo has more on the case and why the police chief is calling for more accountability.
Hey there, this is an absolutely insane story. We are talking about a juvenile, a 16-year-old, being implicated in over 100 vehicle break-ins, all of it happening in one night, not just in Prince George's County, but also in Anne Arundel County and Howard County. I want to get over to the chief of the Laurel Police Department, who just walked away from this podium and updated us. 121 vehicle break-ins, 3 teenagers. You were able to arrest one and charge one just last week. What's the deal with the 2 other teenagers, Chief?
So due to the continuing investigation, our detectives identified 2 other young people that were involved, and we anticipate them to be in custody later today.
We're looking at video right now of what happened on the night of May 4th, car after car after car. It's 121 in total. What was it, like 40 or 50 just in the city of Laurel alone?
We had 54 here in Laurel. The rest were, as you mentioned earlier, Howard County, joining Prince George's County, and Anne Arundel County. And
were these
shoot, my fault. My fault. I closed the tab. Hold up. I closed it. My fault, fam.
Eruption occurs, they can quickly get back into the car and get out of the area.
Chief, you got kind of fired up at the podium. On behalf of the victims, you said, a lot of people will look at vandalism or car break-ins and say this is a low-level crime, but for people who need to get to work, people who need to get to appointments, or bring.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to stop doing all this. If y'all watching this, young men, stop. Go get a job. Get a career. Get a skill set. Stop breaking into people's cars. It's an inconvenience for everybody, bro. We try to go to work and we waking outside, the glass busted. Now we gotta pay for that. I know a homie, his car got broken into like 10 times on me within a span of a year. His car, you know how many times he had to pay to get his window fixed? Come on, y'all costing us bread.
Bring their kids to practice. This is their life. You had a message about accountability in this press conference. What do you want people to know about that?
Well, as you mentioned, we hear from our community. We listen to the community. We had 54 families just here in Laurel who lost their car for a period of time. That's also a loss of money on their deductible that the family many times can't afford. We have community meetings. We hear about this repeatedly. And people are upset there's no accountability. The people that were responsible for doing this should be held accountable to make these families whole in their losses. And also there should be an amount of rehabilitation within the system. This young man was released within 5 hours of us taking him into custody, back into the environment that he came from. That's not an unusual circumstance. And frankly, from what we see is there's little to, if any, accountability down the road from the system, the rest of the system. There needs to be an amount of accountability. That's the only way they're going to learn not to do this. And they need to make sure that the people, our victims, at least in some way, are made whole from their losses.
Chief Hamill with the Laurel Police Department. Thank you so much for your time, sir. A call for accountability. Chief was telling reporters at this press conference that he urges people to go to Annapolis, to the state legislature, to make some of those changes that he's not able to do as the chief of police.
Yeah, man. This has been happening for too long. It's been multiple years now. Stop breaking in and get a job, please. But make sure y'all stay safe out there. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry, you can't have nice things anymore because people want to break in and just take and don't want to work a regular job, bro. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man. JRuss TV, we out.